Hello friends, those back pages here. I hope you're well. Tonight we're going to be looking at my nearly all. Just before I hit record, I realized there's probably a handful that are not here, but I have shown them recently. So, of Michael Jordan slabs. I am of the unpopular opinion that if a card is raw, it doesn't count. Let me explain. It's easy to forget what you have when you have a bunch of raw cards. All of the friends I talk to privately will send each other photos. Oh, look, I forgot I had this. And it'll be, a $10 card, $100 card, or whatever it may be. And we'll laugh and we'll say, yeah, raw doesn't count. So, haven't been doing a lot of winning lately. Been doing a lot of losing. But, the hobby is dying and everything, so. But, as I try to reel in the focus, I haven't been, this annoyed with tops in a long time. But we'll talk about that at another time. I have a feeling this is going to be a lengthy video. I'm going to try to show all the slabs there in front of you, one at a time. If any memory is triggered, I'll try to share that. You're going to see a fair number of PSA 10s, if my memory is correct. And part of the reason I'm doing this is because my memory is sometimes not correct, so there's no better way to refresh the memory than to look at your stuff and be able to share with you at the same time. Now, a lot of these slabs were purchased many years ago. You'll see the old flips, stuff like that, and it is a price adjustment, price shock adjustment. We are here, the week of Thanksgiving, and the year is almost over, but there are a lot of people that are still selling cards as if it's the spring of 2021. We know how that goes. Point being is I've been looking at Jordans and I've been looking at Gretzky's. I don't have very many Gretzky slabs, so that works in my favor as far as picking stuff up. But Jordan, I have a nice amount here. I have a bunch of raws that you've seen in the Z, but we're not going to be talking about those tonight because I've been trying to pick up Jordan slabs in 9s, maybe even 8s. 10s, a lot of the 10s you're going to see on base cards here, they were $20 or less when I bought them, already in the 10. So, I'm not going to see myself dishing out $60, $70, $80 for a base 10 when a 9 is, a third of that, if not cheaper. But let's get on with the show. And we'll start with the rookie. Or, some people like to say, the rookie. Take your pick. This was the first, according to the basketball card gold, this was the first issued star card of his, so not the 101. The 101, which is the expensive one. This one's not cheap now, but I recently spoke about that star card. But here's the Fleer in a PSA 5 that is centered. Took me a long time to find this. The main reasons it's a 5 is probably it was, a screw down of death back in the day. Some ink, some color loss there, some damage up there, but that's not here nor there. So there's the Fleer. Here's the second year Fleer in the PSA 9. Bought this many moons ago. I think it was $150 at the time. Decently centered, much like 84 Fleer baseball. Very important for that release. Just gonna start left to right here. Here's the 92 Upper Deck McDonald's. And I guess another part of reason of going through this is I actually picked up a slab last night that I might actually have, so we're going to find out. And of course, you know, my collection could be more organized. Some of you are very good at that, I am not. I guess it's a blessing and a curse. Here's a Topps Chrome, 98 Topps Chrome back-to-back insert in a PSA Gem Mint 10. This was a whopping $20 back when Dustin was collecting Jordan. I think it was a 2-count lot. We went halves on it. Not a refractor, but you know, it does have etching there. Something that Topps continues to ignore. Here's a very cool insert that took me a while to find. It's from 2003 UD Hardcourt, the first year of Hardcourt, I think, and LeBron's rookie year. But the most important thing is here is that one of the few cards where he's featured in a Bullets jersey. They used to be the Washington Bullets before they were the Wizards, if you were not aware. This is an insert from that set. One of it, like I said, that he's got the MVP, the 03 MVP, the MVP. I think it's actually a checklist, and then he's got SB Game Used inserts, but few and far between for the Bullets cards. Plenty of Wizards cards, but Bullets not so much. Here's the 97 Fleer Crystal Parallel. It's not numbered, but it's pretty scarce. You know, it's this crystal up there. This was a gift from my friend Dustin. It came back a 6. I think he popped it out once and resubmitted it again. Came back 6 and he didn't want it, so he just wound up gifting it to me. But it's a nice card. It's not easy to locate, I don't believe. 1988 starting lineup in a 6. Pretty self-explanatory. 90 starting lineup. 91 starting lineup. I think he's got 2 different ones in this one. This is an awesome underrated card from 2001 Stadium Club. There's a throwback variation where it's got the original Stadium Club logo in the corner. But, you know, here he is reenacting his famous dunk, but pretty much at the age of 39 in a Wizards jersey. Just a fantastic card. Here's a 95 Fleer Ultra Gold Parallel in an 8.5. It just doesn't look very good in the silver flip, but you know, it wasn't very much back in the day, especially since it's a lower sign grade. I recently picked up the Gretzky from the 95 Fleer Ultra Gold Parallel. Here's the 95 Hoops Power Palette. Easily the ugliest looking Jordan insert. I mean, it's terrible looking picture. You know, I don't know what they were thinking. Barely looks like him. It's a terrible looking card. From 92 Fleer Total D insert in a PSA 6. Pretty sure I have an 8 in this as well. We'll see. Again, this was probably at the time $20-$30, just because it is a poor sign grade. A very tough insert from, I want to say, 92 Fleer Basketball Jumbos. Here's a PSA 8 Fleer All-Star from 92. Here's a good one. This is the 1990 Skybox Prototype promo card. I think I have the base card in here. And on the back of the base card, the 90 Skybox base card, I believe he's in a follow-through golf swing with a hat on. But this is the prototype. So you don't see too many of those. Power in the key from Fleer Ultra. Some sweet foil on that one. This is a great card. 93 Ultra all defensive team. I think these were in jumbos or magazine. It's PSA 6. I definitely have a different. I definitely have an 8 in here. Here's a 94 finest refractor. Great picture of number 45 at the free throw line, and just look at the basketball's etching uniform. The BULLS has etching. The 45 has etching. It's just you can even see the wrinkles in the uniform. Yeah, I really wish Topps would bring back some etching because it's just so nice. Here's another 88 starting lineup. Here's an 8. Here's a 92 Topps Archives Gold Michael Jordan. You can tell by the name is in gold and there's a stamp there. This is another gift from Dustin because he was all about the 10s at the time. So, speaking of 10s, here's a 94 SB Championship Playoff Heroes insert. There's also a die cut version of this. That's a 10. Again, I think maybe that was 40, but it wasn't. It's probably closer to 20. 97 SP X. They're all die cuts. I don't know why they put die cut on the label, but I don't know if that'll show on the video. But it's a nice looking hologram. It's got the baggie, but what can you do? So does this one. 97. I always get these confused. Another SPX. This is a great card. He's back. March 19th, 1995. This is the silver parallel of the insert from 94 SP. Just look at that shine. You know, this is all silver to begin with, but then the logo is shiny. Almost like a speckle. And He's Back is in the same thing. So that's a really nice one. Here's a great card. No real... I don't think this is one of the... I get them all... The flares are confusing. I don't think this is an expensive one. But 96 Flare Showcase, row 1. I think there's row 2, row 3, row 0. It's very confusing. 98 Topps Gold label. This is, I believe this is a promo or an insert of some type. I don't think they actually made this set. Or if they did, Jordan wasn't in it because he had retired. Or something like that. But it's a nice shine, no etching. The gold label logo has etching, but the photo does not. It's a nice looking card. This has always been a favorite of mine. From the 93 Upper Deck SE retirement card. Again with the speckle shine. Great smile on Michael when he retired for the first time. 94 UD Minor League Gold. 1 of 15,000, which was not around this time. That was a lot, but still gold. There's a non-gold version of the silver. I don't know if I have the silver. We're gonna find out. 97 metal. And a PSA 9, tough card to grade. Big fan of this card. I think that with the hobby getting back to normal, you know, of course this is still up from where it was 5 years ago, but you got to think about it with this card, and anyone in this set. Kobe's in it. Tim Duncan's rookie. You've got this. You got the base. You've got the red PMG and the green PMG. So, unless you're going to sell your house, you're not going to own a red PMG or a green PMG. So, this is a very, very great, affordable alternative. Same deal with this, pretty much. Championship metal. There's a Rave, I don't know, something numbered to 50. Those were never, even back in the old times, those were never really anything that, you know, the everyday collector could think about. Now this is one of the, this is a more 97 Showcase Rule 1. This is a more difficult card. This wasn't cheap at the time. I think it's held up pretty well as far as assigned value goes. In a 9. 9s were so cheap back then. Fortunately, in the baggie, the 96, the debut of SPX, just the base card. There's an insert, which I'll show next. There's a gold parallel, which I think I have as well. But the technology is really nice. These were 1 card packs at the time, and it was like $5 or $6 a pack. There's the insert record breaker in the baggie. Here's a 97 Bowman's Best. This is the atomic refractor. Not quite as nice as they wound up being in the future, but still an atomic. You know, this technically this is an insert. Yeah, techniques. But, you know, I like to own atomics of all the greats, so that qualified. I hope your collecting journey is going well. Here's a 97 Finest Gold base card with the peel on. So surface is an 8.5, corners 9.5, edges 9.5, centering 9. So probably if I peeled it and resubmitted it, it would get a higher grade. As you'll hear, it goes right back into the box. Here's the 94 Upper Deck Baseball Jordan Baseball Rookie Parallel. The Electric Diamond Parallel there. I want to say Electric Diamonds are 1 per box. Well, I'm sorry, 1 per pack even. This is a great looking card. 92 Ultra All NBA team. From that classic debut NBA release, a year after football and baseball. This is from Skybox Premium 93, Dynamic Dunks. Living Legends from 93 Fleer. Just a base Fleer insert, shiny foil. Here's the 95 Hoops Hot List. Got some nice foil to it. It's a cracked case. You can kind of see it there. For as nice as their cases used to be, they crack pretty easy. Another Living Legends 8.5. Power in the Key 8.5. This was a great insert set. Mr. June. Look at that. Look at that flip going all over the place. Terrible. Really soured to BGS now. Well, from 93 Upper Deck, Mr. June. I think this was a 10 card set. Yeah, I'm pretty much not even including BGS in my searches anymore. I mean, come on. I've talked about it plenty. You know, there's a bag inside the plastic. The bag's not, it's kind of cloudy. The plastic is kind of, it is what it is, right? Never mind their turnaround times, and they don't really seem to care. But again, we'll talk about that another time. This is one you don't see very often, from 95 Stadium, called Beam Team. You know the 92, you know the 93. He didn't have a 94 because he was retired. But this is a, you can kind of, it's a laser cut. You can kind of see it there, where it says Beam and Team on the bottom. It's got some foil on it. It's a tough card, not numbered or anything. It does pretty well. It's kind of, I mean, you see this one, you know, this is the one that people associate with Beam Teams, the 92 Stadium Club. This is the, I think Panini swiped this pattern. Velocity, I think Panini calls it. It's pretty much the same thing. They all swap from each other. That's the 92. Here's a 93. A little different. A little more foil on the bottom. Kendall Gill there. This one, you know, the 92, of course, has Danny Ainge down there in the corner. Another one from 93, Skybox Premium Center Stage. One of the early 93, you know, almost 30 years ago, one of the early inserts. Kind of fancy for the time with the speckle. It was very popular. Here's the all defensive team in an 8 that I spoke about earlier. Now this is an iconic card right here. The 93 Scoring Kings from Fleer Ultra. You gotta, the light's not doing it any justice, but if, again, you gotta remember for the time, you know, it's got the lightning bolt shooting down. Scoring Kings. It's foil. This was pretty much the beginning of the, you know, from the paper products in 92, moving on to 93 with the foil premium type of stuff. And here's a PSA 8 in the key, power in the key. PSA 9, oh cool. Dynamic dunks. I showed the BGS 8.5 before. Here we have a 92 Upper Deck All Division team. These were from the Jumbos, I think one per pack, one of the formats of the Jumbos. There's a couple in here you'll see. Team MVPs was from another 92 Upper Deck Jumbos with Ewing there. Cool looking card, Michael in color and the background in black and white. Here's a card I picked up, I think at the 18 show. From 95 Flair. I never did get the hot numbers. Even that's in a 9 is still a crazy price right now. But this was I think this was about $60, $75 at the time. 95 Flair New Heights, cool looking, almost like an Upper Deck card with the multiple exposures of the picture. Here's a Behind the Glass from a 93 Upper Deck SC. I believe this was a redemption card, and you got the whole set. It's very foil centric. It's very condition sensitive. I mean, it's a full bleed foil all around. Michael going in for the dunk. Looked like, you know, Photoshop, the photo shoot. For 95 Ultra Fabulous 50s. An insert, it's got a matte finish. The letters are glossy. 95 Metal. That first year they made metal, it's one of the inserts. Maximum Metal, they're all die cut. So it gets the baggie, unfortunately. Here's another Living Legends. Fleer, 93 Fleer NBA Superstars. Just a basic 93 Fleer insert. Here's the 92 Ultra D. I'm sorry, Total D from Fleer. Jumbos and an 8. Here's another very classic, very unattractive but really good card. Team Leaders from 92 Fleer. These were in the rack pack only. So, you know, you either got one of the Team Leaders or you got the, I believe it was Larry Johnson. You know, they did a Heroes type of set. But the Michael, you know, you got Scotty in the back there. One of the Paxsons, I think, is in there. Here's a 92 Ultra. 8.5. I'm sorry, Ultra All-Stars. Here's a third year Fleer Jordan in the 9. Here's a great card. Still underappreciated. The 88 Fleer All-Star card with the dunk. Tough to find centered. Man, I've had this one for a long time. This was probably 20 bucks. If that. I've had to have had this for at least 10 years. Probably more like 12. 90, sorry, 89 Fleer in a 9. Again, fine 9s. Here's a, probably, this got to be a 9 oops. Yep, you can tell how old these are based on the, you know, it's a legitimate slab. It's just one of the old generations before they even, it just has foil on it. Then they went to like a shiny and, well, you know, many incarnations before. See, there you can see shiny with the sticker, the hollow there. 90 Fleer, 91 Fleer, 92 Fleer, 93 Fleer. There was no 94 Fleer. Here's 95 Fleer. 96 Fleer. ...2002 Fleer. This was his last one. I think he's got 2 different cards in this. 2 base cards in this set. Cool little insert. 92 Upper Deck had Jerry West Selects. I think these are in hobby packs or a couple different ones. Different players, but Michael has, I think he has 3. Those are nice shine. '92 Tops. According to current Tops logic, this is his rookie card. If you know, you know. 92 Stadium. I'm sorry, starting lineup. Cool look. It's the same. It's just got the starting lineup logo. '98 Ultra. '98 Ultra Gold. This is timely from the 93 into 94 Upper Deck. This is the preview. I think there's a one in the 94 World Cup packs, but this is the Michael Jordan preview. It's pretty cool, dunking a soccer ball. Gretzky's in that set as well. I don't have it. This is a cool looking base card. Nothing special. It's got some foil on it, but it is a base card, so don't be fooled. 91 upper deck in a 10, see? This is the 91 promo. Just another great photo on there. And a 9. 96 upper deck in a 10. 97 Bowman's Best. Another championship medal. 96 Tops, pretty underrated card. Whoops, see daisy. I knew that was gonna happen. '96 Chrome, where he's totally hulked. He and Alonso are both totally hulked on that. I doubt that would grade a 10 now. One of the probably, it's debatable, but this is probably one of the best. It's tied between this and another one. I don't know if I have a graded version, but 96 Skybox EX. It's actually a, you can kind of see it there. It's almost like a negative. See-through card. Just amazing shine on it. It's almost like beveled. Not quite. Just a great looking card. I have a bunch of the raw version of that. 97 Z-Force Quick Strike. Kind of lucked into this because, you know, at the time I bought this, 8s were hated, and it is a kind of see-through acetate there. You know, not totally clear, a little cloudy, but that's a great card. Speaking of great cards, 92 upper deck. This card is believed by many to be one of the greatest aesthetic cards ever made. The photo on this at MSG is just amazing. This is, I've had this slab, it's a very old slab. It's probably graded in 92, but or 93. But I cannot recommend this card enough. Just a, and this was the last year of the matte finish on the base cards. I mean, you can see the gold foil on the bulls around the nameplate, gold trim around the nameplate. They really did a good job on this base set. Just, you know, they don't, Topps doesn't care, Panini doesn't care. 95 upper deck, another great looking card with foil, again in a 10. Pictures on the back too, guys. I mean, it's, look at the, you know, when you don't have monopolies, you have to actually put out decent looking product. It's a base card, you know, this is $1 or $2 raw. But you've got an equally amazing picture on the back, you know, that you do on the front. 97 upper deck. They did like a game dated. There's like a very, it's even difficult to pick up, but there's a parallel that's kind of like, not etching, but it's hard to describe. But, you know, it's a specific date. Like, you know, tells you what happened that game. The photo game dated, so that's pretty cool. 97. Here's a 98 Fleer base card, nice looking card, shooting. Something that Panini refuses to show for Steph Curry. Here is this is his base Fleer. Here's a 92 Upper Deck. I'm sorry, 2002 Upper Deck. His last playing days card with the Wizards. And a 10. Here's a cool one. This is the 90 Hoops Team Night. You know, came in a sheet, so you separated the sheet. That's why it gets a baggie. And it's in a 9, so that's pretty good. It's one you don't see every day, especially versus the, you know, the base card. Here's the 896 SPX gold version I was telling you about. Like, this is the four corners are gold instead of silver. That's a nice one. Here's a nice one. Red back. They made blue back, I think, or green back. Who knows? There's a numbered version that I do not have. But these look really nice. I mean, they're fairly size true to the original, you know, Sports Royalties from 33. And it looks really nice in the frosted slab without the baggie. That's just a really nice card. I mean, Crosby's in this I'd like to pick up. I have Kobe and LeBron somewhere. From 92 Skybox USA, this is the team card, the plastic card. You know, I don't remember how many that ton or little. I mean, it's for, you know, something from 30 years ago. It might be 5,000 of these, and that's limited. But it's got the whole team on there. It's pretty cool. Right? Is he Alright, here's a really nice looking card. This is the 97 Ultra Gold Medallion parallel. And this is 25 years ago, and there were parallel the entire base set, and there were one of these in every pack. Not Jordan, but one gold medallion in every pack of 97 Ultra. In all the sports. I mean, it's got a shine to it. It's like almost like a metallic paint pen gold. You know, that this is embossed. You know, the name is embossed. I don't know if you can make it out here. You can see through the back. You know, it just, obviously the picture's awesome. He's dunking, but just, you know, again, this was like $3 pack back then. SRP. You know, and that's another thing that, you know, we're seeing, oh man, this card's worth that much money, that card's worth that much money. You got to remember that these were $3-4 packs at these, you know, PMGs, all, you know, metal PMGs are $3 packs. From 91 Hoops, this is the USA subset. This is an awesome card. This is from 91 Upper Deck Baseball, SP number 1. It's not very much. I think it's like $40 now in a 9. You know, first baseball release. Some serious foreshadowing there by Upper Deck. 92 Ultra All-Stars. Here's a nice one. 93 Finest. And a PSA 10. I don't have the refractor, but look at that etching. This is a well-made card. Almost 30 years ago. 29 years ago. So they can do it. They just choose not to because We buy everything anyway, so why would they try to improve? This is an awesome card. From 93 Hoops, face to face. Harold Miner. And then Jordan on the back. If you weren't around then, Harold Miner had a nickname. It was Baby Jordan. And we know how that turned out. 93 UD International in a PSA 10. I knew I had this. I didn't know it was a 10. That's a nice bonus. This was 93 was the first year they went to glossy stock. Again, you got a photo on the back. Yeah, I can't read that. It's in a foreign language on the bottom. Might be Italian. But I can't read that. This was a insert in 93 Upper Deck SE USA trade card. Exchange that there. It says it on there. Came in one of those cellophane packs. So it's not an easy grade. You know, with black edges, black corners. That's not an easy card to grade. Here's another retirement card that I showed before. Johnny Kilroy from 93 SP Upper Deck is SE. This is I think they did a commercial for this. Like he came back incognito. Just a cool gimmick. You know, an actual cool gimmick. Yeah. Unlike today's stuff. This is the 94 SP Championship base card. You know, Michael's back. Right there. Good stuff. Good stuff. You know, I've never heard anyone say, I've got too many Michael Jordan cards. From 94 Upper Deck Baseball Next Generation, of course they had to, you know, they had to get Jordan and everything. Like I've shown, I picked it up at the National this year. They, not here in this pile. The 94 SP Red die cut baseball Jordan. Something I've wanted since the product came out. Finally picked one up. Collector's choice, of course. Your basic dollar product. You know, nothing to write home about. This is a base card from Skybox Premium. It doesn't look like one. It kind of, you know, has the 93 Scoring Kings vibes to it. 95 SP. This is the die cut. There's a gold version of this as well. This is the silver version, or the base version, the parallel of the. And of course, it gets a baggie because it's a die cut card. There's not much you can do about that. These are another 97 Jordan base card, game dated. Just good looking cards, man. I mean, I really should do a video about that. Here's a from 95 Skybox Premium. This was kind of like one of the early premium like brands, I guess. You know, it started in 93, but in the 93, 94 I showed with the, you know, the speckle and his name on the top. But this is, you know, you've got Penny there guarding him. Which one is this called? The Standout Hobby. Standout, I think it's called. Now this one. Larger than life. Now, if you've not seen one of these, just look at the foil. It's just fantastic, the foil. Now, what makes this card unique is the back has the same thing. has the foil. You can kind of see the, almost like Jordan is the sun. You can see the rays there. Double-sided foil. That is just a fantastic. You know, the company's made double-sided Dufex before, but this double-sided foil is something else. Again, this is 1995. All right, one more. You made it. If you're still here, I appreciate it. It means a lot to me that you share your time with me when you can be doing whatever you want. It's from the same release as those last two, the 95 Skybox Premium. This is called Meltdown. You know, the back is basic. Very, very prone to chipping. But this is just, whew, it's almost like it's melting. You can kind of see the foil. With the, I do actually like these black jerseys. I know a lot of people don't. I prefer the red, like everyone else, but these black jerseys are pretty nice. And this card's a real stunner. So I hope you enjoyed that. So, you know, the card I purchased is not in this file, and it's not a special rare card or anything, but it's something, it's a direction I'm trying to fill in my collection. And yeah, it's something that brings me joy. You know, like I said prior, no one's ever said, oh, I've got too many Michael Jordan cards. You can't go wrong with any of these Michael Jordan cards, in my opinion. It just gets, you know, his legacy just continues to grow.